yourteamsucks.club. Like, share, do all that. We got two special guests on this episode. We're going to talk about the up-and-coming UFC fight that's happening this Saturday. I got Dieter Navarro, who's my friend and an incredible trainer. He's an ex-fighter himself, ex-MMA. And I got Landry Ward, who is an up-and-coming, badass, undefeated MMA fighter, a.k.a. the Lone Star Kid. Don't be fucking with Texas, because you'll see what I'm talking about right now. Check this out. All right, welcome back. You like that, George? You like that intro?
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right. So we're going to go through these fights. And, you know, I know some about MMA. I'm more of a boxing guy. But George and obviously Dieter and Landry know the MMA or know UFC incredibly well. They're going to make some picks in the fights here, tell you who's going to win, who's going to lose, and exactly why. So, Jordan, hook them up with the first fight. Who you got?
Okay, the first up I got Yoel Romero against Israel Adesanya.
Who you got, George?
Line on that is Yoel's at plus 230, Israel's at minus 270.
That's the main event fight. It's the champ against the challenger. Yoel's lost 3 of his last fights. He's probably could have won every one of them. They were all close, but he's been on a downward trend. 43 years old. This is probably his last chance. I'm hoping he can pull something out. But Asandra's undefeated, 18-0. I think he's just going to keep going that way, and Asandra knocks him out in the third somewhere.
Dieter,
over under is 3.5.
Who you got, Dieter?
Well, you know, Joel's a close friend of mine, but my pick has nothing to do with that. I think Joel's going to knock him out in the second round. I think everybody has this big thing about Joel being 43. Joel's 43, but is 3 times the athlete that Asanya is. So I think a lot of people are going to be really surprised with how Joel's looking. I seen Joel 2 weeks ago, and the guy looks in the best shape of his life. I got Joel in 2.
Nice. Landry? Who you got?
This is a brute force against finesse, and you know I'm a Connor fan, like he says. Precision beats power, time beats speed. I like Izzy. I like his style. I agree with George. I think he's going to come through in the third round. Probably end up finishing in the third. Yoel, obviously a tremendous athlete, like he said. But I think getting up there in age and being in that cage going into the third, fourth, fifth round, he might start to lose his cardio. He might be in the best shape of his life. I guess we'll see. But I think that cardio will be tested in the third. It'll be Izzy's round.
He's about your age, dude. That's why you like him.
No, everybody says brute force about the most technical wrestler of all time, but I don't know. I just let people run with that one.
I mean, we talk about Tom Brady on this show all the time, and I had to explain to Jordan. I'm like, Jordan, I've experienced something that you've never experienced in your life, and that's called being 43. And it ain't the same when you get that age. So, but we'll see. What's next, Jordan? Who's up next?
I got Joanna Jezrek against Zan Wheelie. I think I got that right. Wheelie at minus 170. Joanna plus 150.
See, that's how this works on our show. If I don't think I can pronounce something, I just ask Jordan to do it. So
I just butchered it, but yeah.
You definitely butchered it, but I probably couldn't do any better, so it was better you than me.
I think you did a fine job there, Jordan. You're all good. George, who you got?
I got the champ. I got the champ is just too devastating. She's too strong. It's another fight where one's going one way, one's going the other. I think Jacek, she's lost her last 3 or 4 fights. I'm not absolutely sure, but I think the champ wins in a beating.
You agree, Dieter?
100%. I think this is a first round knockout from the champ. I don't think she stands. I don't think Joanna stands a chance.
Yeah,
Maybe?
I think this is the free money fight right here.
Yes, sir.
Line's pretty close.
Joanna has dropped 3 of her last 5. And Weili should be 21-0. I think her first loss as a pro is a controversial decision. This is another one where it's force and finesse against pure finesse. And, you know, I'm starting to lean towards the power and finesse coming out with Weili. Joanna does have that championship experience, though, so that could play a factor in dragging it out. But that's a tough one against I think I'll have to side with Weili on that with the power.
What's the line on that one, Jordan?
You got Weili at -170, Joanna at +150. It's actually pretty close.
It's cheap because she's the ex-champion, but I think they're completely going in different directions. I think that's some free money there.
Nice.
Nice. What's next, Jordan?
Neil Magny at +155 against Li Jingliang. And
Very
Jing
nice.
Lang's at -175.
What's that second fighter's name again?
Jing Liang. Good enough, Lee?
What is it? Jing what?
Jingling.
Liang.
Jing Liang. Okay. George, you got Jing Liang or what?
Yeah, I got another. This is another one that I'm gonna bet. I like Jing Liang to beat Magny. Magny's a veteran, you know, a traveler. He's definitely a tough fight, but he's got, this is his test. I guess this is Jing Ling's test to get into the next echelon of fighters. Be
Right.
interesting to see, but I would take him for sure.
Dieter, who you got?
Yeah, I got Jingling too. I got him by decision. I think he pulls it off. Magny's a real tough fighter, but I think this kid he's on a 3-fight tear, and 2 of them have been finishes. So I think he beats Neil Magny by decision.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm with Jing Liang too. He's 7-1 in his last 8, coming off 2 knockouts. Magny's been off for 2 years. He had a failed USADA test. I think he's going through the same thing Sean O'Malley went through, where it was just a slight trace of a supplement and he was out. But 2 years off is a long time, and Jing Liang has been tearing it up in that time off, and I think he's going to come through with some power. He's real explosive too. He might overextend and get taken down by Magny, but I see him getting back up and possibly finishing this fight in the 2nd or 3rd.
Cool. That wasn't
The interesting one there is that Sean O'Malley against Jose Quinones. That's going to be an interesting fight. A big test for O'Malley coming back off the layoff. It's not an easy fight for him. It should be an interesting fight to watch. I really want to see this one.
Yeah, he's at -370. O'Malley and Jose Quinones is at +310. Should be good.
Yeah, I would take the dog here. You got a live dog. He's definitely live dog there. I don't know. I'd have to take the dog in that fight.
What do you think, Dieter?
I think I think that's probably gonna be the fight of the night. I think that's gonna be a great fight. I think Sean O'Malley will pull it off just because he's a more talented guy. But I wouldn't be surprised if Jose Quinones upsets him. That's gonna be a real good fight. But I got O'Malley by decision.
Quinones is a dog, man. He's going to put up a fight.
Yeah, he's a dog. Won 5 of his last 6, but all of his wins, I believe, except for one of them, have been decision. I don't think O'Malley has, like 2 or 3 decision wins. The rest, I think, finishes, and I see him getting another finish. He's looking more ripped. He's looking like he's in like a lot better shape than he has been in his previous fights. So
Yeah,
I think he's gonna come in with some power, finish this fight.
Cool. What other main event do we have there?
There's an Alex Oliveira against Max Griffin. That's a real good fight.
Okay. What's the line on that one, Jordan?
It's Max Griffin at +120, Oliveira at -140.
George?
This is the Oliveira, the Brazilian submission, the young guy. I always get those 2 mixed up, the cowboy and the young submission guy.
Cowboy.
This is the cowboy one? Okay.
Yeah.
He's real tough. I mean, I like the other one myself, but this guy's real tough. This is going to be a fight, a real dog fight. Be interesting to watch, but I don't really have a choice. I don't really take anybody in this fight.
You're not gonna pick anybody.
No, I think it's going to be a dog fight. Coin toss.
No coin toss. All right, Dieter, who you got?
I got Max Griffin. I think Max Griffin's gonna pull it off. I think he's Max Griffin only has only lost to Kobe Covington. I think Santos. Like he's a real good fighter, but it is gonna be a dog fight. But I got Griffin pulling it off.
Landry?
Yeah, Oliveira's on a 3-fight losing streak, but you know he's a wild card. I think it's crazy that both of these guys got on a pretty stacked main card like this. I'm kind of with him. It's a little bit of a toss up, but if I could put money on it, I'd probably go Max Griffin. He's probably going to catch Oliveira coming in swinging real heavy, and he's got 4.22 significant strikes per minute. Griffin does. He might counter strike him, sit back, and then take him down, but that's a tough one to choose. That's kind of a toss up.
It's good analysis, though. Landry, how old are you? 23?
23.
23. You remember 23, George?
Dude, no, I don't remember 23. Oh, so damn long ago.
I don't remember 23 either, bro. Yeah, Landry's a very smart fighter. Very, very smart. Any other on the main card?
I think that was all of them.
Yeah,
That's it.
Anything else
Cool.
you want to talk about?
So I know two more things. Landry, plug your fight. Plug your next fight. It's coming up in April real quick.
So April 17th, I'll be fighting at Texas Live in Arlington for Extreme Knockouts. If you want to come through, you can get tickets at extremeknockout.com. Go to the ticket store and use Landry Ward as the promo code. And then if you're not in Texas and you want to catch it online, you can watch it at xko.tv.
That's xko.tv. We'll put a link in here for that as well, too. And listen, I've seen this kid fight many times, and these events have thousands of people. And Texas Live is a really cool place to have, too many beers and watch Landry fight. And but this kid is special, and he's got a lot of heart, and he's a lot of fun to watch fight, man, because he's got no back down at all, but he's technically incredible, right? And for a 23-year-old fighter, I've been very, very impressed. I know what me and George were doing at 23, and Landry, you're doing a whole lot more than we were. So, I think, it's pretty cool. I know, Dieter, you wanted to talk about one of your Cuban fighters, right? A boxer.
Yeah, the Frank Sanchez versus Joey Del Vallejo or something like that. That's gonna be a good fight. He's a co-main event on the Barclays Center on Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah, this guy's an upcoming heavyweight. This guy's a guy to keep your eye on. Real good boxer.
Up and coming heavyweight. That's good.
14-0 with 11 knockouts, and he's training with Canelo's camp.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, and hopefully we did a video about this. I'm hoping the Fury fight and the emergence of that brings that back to prominence, right? Because most of us here are old school, with the exception of Landry and Jordan, who are not old school. But we all remember those days, and we're nostalgic. But I miss the days of Tyson, and even going further back, Ali. And so if he's heavyweight, we'll definitely keep an eye out for him as well, too. All right, that's going to do it for this one. Like, share, all that shit. We'll see y'all next time.